Yo, welcome to Fast Forward Mindset Motivational Podcast. I'm your host, Coach James. This is where we rewire your thoughts, reset your mindset, and fast forward your life. No more rewinding, just discipline, motivation, and the truth you need to become unstoppable. If you're ready to elevate your mindset and take control of your future, you're in the right place. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope all is well. I'm sitting here with a little bit of excitement in my life because my Broncos is kicking butt right now. I'm amazed. First of all, I'm surprised. I did not picture this for where we are right now in the regular season. Now, y'all, my head ain't getting big. It ain't blowing up. I'm not about to make a Super Bowl prediction and say my Broncos gonna win it all. I'm not going that far. However, what I will say is I'm excited about where we are right now because we do have a very high chance of making it to the playoffs. When your team hasn't made the playoffs in years, that's an accomplishment. So if your team haven't been there and they are this year, celebrate that, fellas and ladies. So y'all, I'm really, really high on gratitude this time around. I don't know. It feels like the holidays kind of do something to me emotionally, anyways. And I don't know if it impacts y'all the same way, but for some reason, it just feels like the holidays bring up a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. And because of that, we start to go through this whirlwind of how do I feel today? How do I feel about myself? How do I feel about my family? How do I feel about my support system? And I don't know if any of y'all like me, but yeah, the holidays gets to me. I mean, I start to think of all the people that I've lost through death. I started thinking about some relationships that I used to be in that expired. And I start thinking about the relationships I'm in now that's booming, that's great, right? And so the holidays bring up all these emotions for me. But right now, this time around, I'm really high on gratitude. I'm thankful for where I am today in life. Just last year, I didn't have the same mindset. Now, don't get it wrong or twist it. I'm not saying that my mindset wasn't great. However, I am saying that I didn't have the same mindset a year ago that I have today. I wasn't 100% settled. Not that it was a bad thing, but I was 100% settled in my mind. I still questioned a lot of things. And there was that worry, that fear, and sometimes a little doubt. But this year, I feel like I've overcame a lot of that stuff. I got a lot of growth to do still. And I hope you feel the same way about yourself because we can always continue to use growth no matter where we are in life. But for myself, I feel really settled right now. High on gratitude, thankful for the people that are in my life, thankful for my support system, thankful for my career, thankful for this podcast. How do you feel right now about yourself? Are you at a point of gratitude? Are you at a point of where you just complain about everything? You worry about everything? Or are you at a point where you just feel like life just sucks for you. I've been through all those stages, just so you know. So you're in a judgment-free zone with me, no matter what stage you're in your life, with how you feel. But however, I will tell y'all that I did a lot of internal work for me to get to where I am today, to feel somewhat settled. I mean, it's the daily gratitude statements. It's the daily journaling. It's the daily mindset awareness. It's kind of like my algorithm that I consistently do every day is starting to pay off. And that's why I said this time around, I feel grateful about the things that are in my life. And y'all, this is not a you suck party because you're not there yet. This is an eye-opening party for you. This is where your action need to start, especially if you're at a point of you don't know where you are or you struggling with life right now. The only way you're going to get where you want to be in life, to feel better about yourself, to feel like your scenario is improving, or to even just feel more settled in life, you've got to do a lot of internal work with yourself, about yourself. Without that, you're missing the key to feeling like life is great. There's been struggles in my life, like I said, where life just wasn't the greatest for me. And even when it was great, I ruined it with a bad thought. You ever done that? Where you're in the middle of something that's just exciting, it's fun, you're enjoying the moment, and then all of a sudden something come to your mind to just ruin the moment. Something from the past, something that you always struggle with, or something that's current in your life right now that you're not happy about. That used to happen to me a lot, where life used to just feel good, and all of a sudden, here comes that man again. Bam, hit me right in the face, dropped me to my knees. I think Mike Tyson said it best. He said that everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And I got punched in the mouth a lot because I was making all these plans and doing this and doing that. And those plans wasn't sticking because of the fact that I didn't do any internal work on myself. It was just me living for the moment, in the moment, with zero discipline, zero work for self-improvement. So if you're one of those ones where you want to change in 2026, you've got to start the internal work. Y'all, I can tell y'all my plan all day long. I can tell y'all what I did, how I did it, the pros, the cons. But at the end of the day, my plan might not work for you. Now, I'm not saying what I have to offer you won't be beneficial, but however, I'm saying my plan that I can share with you may not work because the action still falls back on you. What are you going to do about how you feel about life? Right? And so the internal work has to start with you, like now. I tell y'all, going into 2026, and we're only a couple days out from that, to be honest. Couple weeks, couple days, right? Weeks is days. this time around. It feels like it anyways. But because it's so short, you've got to really start thinking about how you want your 2026 to be. Do you want it to be the same as it is today? Or do you want to change? Do you want to make things feel better? Do you want your surroundings to be better? Do you want your life just in general to feel better? That's a real question for you. How do you want your life to be? I read something a couple weeks ago that said something to the fact that some of us are where we are because of the environment that we're in. And we can't help the environment that we're brought up in, right? We can't change some of that, especially if you are in an environment that where you was just in that environment because that was all that was known was that environment. But it also said that don't allow the environment that you come from or grew up in to dictate your future. Buy that 100%. Now, y'all, I'll be honest with y'all. I wasn't a guy that grew up in poverty stricken area, neighborhood, environment. I mean, I come from a pretty good background. I had good parents. They both worked. My dad made really good money. My mom made money when she did work. My parents started a daycare when I was in, I think, high school. And so my parents were always financially set. So I can't tell y'all that I lived that life of eating tuna and beans out of a can, or there was some nights where I went to bed hungry. That wasn't Coach James's life. My life was different from that. But that still doesn't put me on the other side of the street from you when it comes to internal emotions and internal feelings about how you feel about yourself. Y'all ever had a friend that really had, I was going to say it, a lot of money, where money wasn't a thing, but that person was the most damaged person internally? Well, I have. I've had friends that way. And it's not about the money. It's about where you land in life. Your passport can take you anywhere you want to go if you got one. I don't have a passport yet, y'all. It's the funny part about it. My friends, I always share with my friends, like, hey, I've been to this state, I've been in that state, we've done this, we've done that. And then someone comes up with their uppity self and say, hey, well, you ever been out of the country? Coach James say, no. Well, why not? Because I don't have a passport. My brother don't have a passport. So as far as I go, as far as east and a little bit west, as far as I go. Sometimes I may go up or a little down, but y'all get it, right? But I don't have a passport. And so people make fun of that, like, hey, how you gonna ever get out of the country and you don't have a passport? No, I'm working on that, y'all. But anyways, though, the point I was making before I digress, but it was a good digression. But the point I was making, y'all, is that your passport will take you anywhere you want to go. And your passport is your mind. It's your mind. Some of us live in our mind. I know Pisces. I'm a Pisces. We struggle with that a lot. We live in our mind. And if your mindset is great, you got a great life. Your mindset is horrible, you got a horrible life. I mean, y'all, the equation is easy. That's not even a math problem, right? That should make sense to the majority of y'all. How you think is how you live, and how you live is how you think. And that's why I'm sharing with y'all that I'm at a point of where there's a lot of things in my life that is going great. There's a lot of things in my life today that feels settled. And that's why I'm able to show gratitude to the things in my life that are going great. The more gratitude you show to life, the less attention you give to negativity. You ever know somebody that is always caught up in drama? And you like, woo, I'm glad that's not me caught up in drama. That person is always in drama. Well, if you caught up with gratitude, guess what you're not in the middle of? Drama. You're too busy being happy, enjoying life. While everybody else that's caught up in drama is too busy entertaining drama. So you pick and choose your destination. Choose wisely because your life depends on it. Find a way to be grateful this year. On my Facebook, I had posted on Thanksgiving Day or a couple days before. Find a way to enjoy and make memories for Thanksgiving. Because a lot of times I've seen people do it. They just ruin the holidays. I mean, they ruin Thanksgiving. You ruin the good food with a bad attitude. You ruin the good food with negativity. Y'all ever been somewhere where y'all were having a good time, eating some good food, listening to some Tupac? I don't know, maybe drinking some yak, smoking a blunt? I don't know. But have you ever been there and somebody just came and just ruined everything? Yeah, those are the people that I call ungrateful. Because instead of them enjoying the holiday, enjoying the chitlins, I said chitlins, y'all. I don't eat chitlins no more I used to. But enjoying the chitlins, they spoiling the chitlins with their bad attitude, with their negativity. So if you don't want to be that person, you don't want to spoil the good food. You don't want to have your private parts out around all the good food. My suggestion to you is that you find a way to show gratitude to things that are going great in your life. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for listening. I really, really appreciate it. I've been getting some really good comments on my YouTube page about my podcast episodes and then my motivational videos. And one of the videos that I uploaded talked about what is one word that describes you as an individual. And I shared my word would be positivity. And I got some pretty cool comments. One person said, my word is supportive. And I was like, wow, I never heard that. I like that. There's some people that's really supportive in this world. So that's a great describing word for someone. And one guy said love because he's a lover of people. And one person said shit. And I was like, what? Kind of laughed and chuckled. But I thought about at the end of the day, some of y'all describing words for yourself is shit. I'm not laughing at it. It's not cool. But at the end of the day, some of our describing words for ourselves is negative. Well, so y'all talked about that on that video that I dropped. So I just want to say thank you for the comments for those who commented. Y'all, if you have not followed the podcast, make sure you do so. When you follow the podcast, you hit that follow button, you'll get the perk. And the perk is when a brand new one drops, you will get an alert. I'm telling y'all, it's like setting your alarm on your phone. You need to be reminded to do your personal development because all my podcast is personal development for your self-improvement. So make sure you hit the follow button. I'm not hard to find, y'all. I'm on IG all day, every day. Might not post every day, but I'm on there pretty much 24/7. So go follow me. It's James Watkins at 40 and Fit Life Coach. If you're struggling today with thoughts of suicide, thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else, please don't hesitate to call the Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988. Also, y'all, don't forget to check out my website. It's www.rewirethewayouthink.com. Go check it out. Hey, y'all, I'm Coach James. Let me help rewire the way you think. And as I always say, and y'all know it, practice daily mindset rehabilitation. And that's my 2 cents in there, y'all. Peace.
Thank y'all for listening to today's episode. And remember, don't rewind your life, fast forward it. Until next time, keep moving forward. Hey y'all, I'm Coach James. Let me help rewire the way you think. All right, y'all. Peace.